Well, hello there, everybody. My name's Tony Grillo. Welcome to my channel, Wisconsin Hugs. And I'm actually holding on to my phone with my right arm. It's feeling pretty good. I've got quite a bit of movement to it, and I even signed my own name today on when I went to the bank to make a withdrawal. Um, so I am getting better. I still got a long road to go. Went and saw the doctor today. I have to see like three specialists now in order to get back to work. Um, and so I have a 3 month suspension right now because of the seizure. I can't do any driving whatsoever. And for those of you that don't know, I'm a semi truck driver. I'm 54 years old, and I had a stroke seizure about 2 weeks ago, and so I am recovering from that. And right now I'm out. That's Lake Michigan right there, and I'm hitting my. I live by Milwaukee, and so I'm hitting my favorite trail here, this bluff trail, trying to recover. I got my shorts on, and you know, there we go. So been dropping weight, and I also have uh, just I'm getting better. That's all I can say. But the three specialists that I have to see one, a neurologist, which I haven't seen yet. I have to see a cardiologist, and I also have somebody with the blood, the hematologist. So now I'm learning who all these people are, and what specifically I do. So right now I'm on blood thinners, thin my blood up so that I don't have the clot. The blood clot in my brain is what caused the stroke. The cardiologist I saw, and we're setting up an appointment. I'm going to have to do an ultrasound in my heart. They want to make sure that I don't have any secret openings in my heart. If chances are, what they think happened is that I had a blood clot develop in my leg somewhere, and then it went through my bloodstream, went into my heart, and it went to my brain. So they want to make sure that there's nothing in my heart where another blood clot could get to my brain that could cause another stroke seizure. So they want to check my heart and make sure that's okay. Hopefully they don't find anything, and then I'd be good there. Then all we got to do is neurology. They want to do at the end of 3 months. They're going to do another MRI on my brain, and they're going to see what it looks like. They'll be able to determine whether or not I'll ever have another stroke or not, a stroke seizure. So that's kind of what I got going on, and the rest of it is I need to exercise and watch my diet and get better, recover. At least when I got out of the hospital, I could barely move my arm, and you know, I thought they had me doing rehab in the hospital, and I thought I was going to never be able to move my right arm ever again. And I can move my fingers. I can move up here. I can move down here. So, there's it. I can even, you know, I was trying to like flip the bird. You know, the only thing I have trouble with is this one right there. That one, but I can still move everything. So uh, that's what I got going on right now. And I lost my train of thought for a sec because my phone was acting goofy. But yeah, I found out on Facebook that an auntie of mine had passed away. Uh, she's like my second aunt, once removed or something like that. She would technically be my dad's aunt, and then yeah, she would be my dad's aunt, and then so she would be my aunt once removed. But anyways, apparently she had passed away, and I know about 20 years ago I went to her and her husband. Her husband was a former chief of police up in Hibbing, Minnesota, and his name is Bill Grillo. He also started up that horseshoe tournament that's becoming a world well renowned world championship horseshoe tournament, and he does that up in Hibbing also. And he was the one that organized that. My dad helped him with that. My dad was pretty close with Bill, and also Bill. He has what is it, 5 daughters and 1 son. I want to say 5. Let's see, Carrie, Mary, Amy, and Kim. 4 daughters, 1 son, and the 1 son played. He was actually captain of the UMD Bulldogs hockey team, the one team that lost in the championship. God, who did they lose to? I can't remember who they. Was it the Fighting Sioux? I think they played in the championship. I can't remember who they lost to. But it went into like triple overtime, or no, Bowling Green. Yeah, Bowling Green. I think they lost to in the championship, national championship, triple overtime. And but yeah, he was captain of that team. He played defense, hell of a hockey player. But anyways, their mom passed away. She was well above her 90s. She was almost the same age as my dad. You know, they were about the same age. If my dad would still be alive today. And so I, I have some video that I made about 20 years ago. Back then we didn't have these cell phones, but I had a video camera, a handheld video camera, and I went there to my aunt and uncle's place. They had a beautiful cabin up at Side Lake, Minnesota. And I just sat with them, and I just said, "Hey, tell me your stories, and I'm going to video record you." And they told me a bunch of their stories, and I video recorded it. And so I'm thinking about putting that on YouTube just for my family. Basically, that's really the people that are really going to want to watch it is people in my family, but maybe some of you might watch it too. But then I'm going to work on that this weekend. That'll be my tribute to my aunt and my uncle, and just wonderful people, good people. I mean, you talk about leaving the world a better place. They did. Those were people, and he's not gone yet. He's still around, but she definitely was one of those types of people that, she made the world a brighter place, and she left it a better place. And she loved her children. She loved her family. She even loved me, even though I'm a total goofball. She loved everybody. So anyways, I'm going to work on that. So that's my checkup for today. Check in with all of you guys. I got a friend of mine on Facebook too, a guy that a couple years older than me that I just looked up to. He was a Mr. Minnesota football player, won a state championship for the city I lived in. And then he was also an awesome hockey player. I even got to play against him one time back in college when I was playing college hockey. And so just a wonderful guy. Apparently he's struggling. He's in the hospital. So I'm just wishing all the best for him too, because he's just a wonderful guy. And he's always been a good guy. He just always treated everybody wonderful, And can I say the same about myself? Oh, I have so many regrets in life, but I would like to think that I loved everyone, and I loved my family, my friends, and there are things I have regrets about. Of course, I think we all do, but that's all about living life, and as you get older, you just learn to appreciate, And right now, I'm in recovery mode. And I'm just appreciating the fact that I am not paralyzed. I have almost full motion in my right arm, so at least the stroke and seizure did not make me a vegetable, like paralyze my legs and my arms, So at least I have that, and I can recover, and I can still have a long, long life. And one of the things that they asked me about was, are you having suicidal thoughts or prone to tendencies of suicide? And I can honestly say no, I never have. I've always surrounding myself with a great support base, and then I do the things that make me love life, which right now that's hiking in nature. That's one of the things I love doing. And I love seeing bands, and I can't wait to go take my girlfriend out. We're gonna go see a band, and I also have a really wonderful girlfriend, and her brother and her family, all her brothers and her mom. Her mom makes me soup. you know, she's always like, "Here, I made him soup," and go give him some of this soup I made him. I mean, even her mom, just I mean, here we got, like, you don't have people going to my girlfriend saying, "Oh my God, this guy had a stroke, he had a seizure." Do you really want to be with a guy like that? I mean, he might become paralyzed. He might never be able to move his arm again, and there were a couple days there where I was wondering about that, even cried about it, whether or not I'd be able to move my arm ever again. And, uh, I got that out, and I thought, okay, I'm bound and determined. I'm going to make this. I'm going to recover, and I'm going to get myself to the point where no one will ever know I even had a stroke at one time. That's the goal. That's the goal right now. So, and I've got time to do it. I've got good weather, so I'm going to take advantage of it. I worked for that company for so long, almost 20 years. I never took vacations, and that's probably another reason why I had the stroke and seizure. Part of it is that I worked my ass off. I worked myself ragged, and where did it get me? I haven't moved up the corporate ladder at all, and they made money off me, and now look where I'm at. Now I've got a shitload of hospital bills. Still got to pay my house, and and now I'm out of work. And so I have to reevaluate my priorities in life as well. There's a point where you got to work, but at the same time, I don't want to work just to die. And that's what I've been doing. So I need to back things off, and I need not to work so hard, and not put in like 14-hour days and working 6 days a week, and working goofy hours, like be on the road at 1 in the morning, on a winter day when the roads are icier than hell. I don't need to be doing that crap to myself. I really don't. And so I'm going to have to reevaluate some things. After 3 months, hopefully I get the bill from the doctor. I get the doctor give me the clearance and say I can drive again. At least I can drive my own personal vehicle. I could care less about driving a semi-truck, but I need to be able to at least drive my personal vehicle so I can go back to work. I did move to Milwaukee, and in Milwaukee, there's a lot of jobs out here in Milwaukee. That was one bad thing about where I lived in Reeseville, Lowell area by Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. The only jobs that are out there are truck driving jobs. That's it. That's the only place. Unless unless you own the company or you're part of the family that owns the company, there really is nowhere else to work. They got a couple manufacturing operations out there, but they're tight. They're hard to get into. Most of them are pretty well booked. There is a Walmart distribution center. I could have maybe tried to get a job there. But as of right now, I'm just trying to get better but the jobs it's hard. It really is. Really, the only jobs they got are trucking jobs, and so. Yeah, I'm here in this area of Milwaukee, and I think it's at this point in my life, I'm 54 now. Sitting there on the road every day is not the answer. It's not the answer. Not the way my company, not what they do, not the way they do things. Okay, they're good operation, they're good people, but they got to change some of their policies. They really do, because they're going to have more drivers that are going to be winding up in the hospital just like me, and they've actually had a few that have gone that route, and you would think they would know. You would think they would know that, and they'd be sitting there going, "Hey, we need to figure something out here," because they stick a lot of money into as an investment into me as one of their workers, and and so one of their employees, and so I'm an investment to them, and what they need to do is they need to have a vacation, one vacation every quarter. So every 4 months you work, it's a mandatory. You have to take 1 week off. You just and they need to do that, and they need to up the amount of vacation time. They need to give us, right away, starting off the bat, they should give us 4 weeks a year, right when you get hired. That's the way they should be doing it. And I know they make millions of dollars. Don't tell me they can't do it. They can do it. They can afford to do it. Don't tell me you can't, because I'll call bullshit on that. I was a GM man. I was a general manager for 2 different facilities, and so I ran numbers. I know how organizations work, and I've done budgets, and I know how to do that shit. I know how to run budgets and on spreadsheets and all that crap, and I know how to make money. I know how to break even. I know all that stuff. I took college courses. I went to so and so you can't tell me, you have to look at these people that work for you as an investment, and you can't just run them to the ground. You can't do that, because now, guess what? Now it's hard to replace somebody like me, and now I'm not there. I won't be there for 3 months, and who knows if I'm ever going to come back. There's, I definitely will not be able to come back if you're going to run me the way you ran me. Twice I wound up in the hospital. 2 times. Okay? So, and I came back. The first time. I had a heart attack. I had a blood clot. I had a heart attack. And then, like, a year later, I lost a crap load of weight and I ran a half marathon. And so that's kind of my goal right now. I want to run a half marathon again, get back into shape, but this time I cannot let myself slide back to that moment where I was before. And so that's going to be my goals. I got a call from the company. They got their banquet going on today, and they're like, "Hey, you gonna make it out there?" And I'm like, "Hey, I live like almost 2 hours away. My girlfriend doesn't like driving at night, and it's pretty far driving. She doesn't like driving on the roads. She doesn't like driving on Highway 94, and she doesn't like driving in the dark, and she doesn't like driving on roads she's not familiar with. So, no, I'm not going to make it out there. I won't be able to make it out there. So, but you know what? I need to get back to exercising, and I'm going to, I need to hit this trail. It's just a gorgeous day. I'm going to enjoy nature, and everybody, I appreciate your comments. I appreciate you guys sharing your stories. I just, I appreciate I'm still alive, and maybe, I'm not as good as my aunt was. She, Aunt Barb. When I do put that video together, if you guys get a chance to watch it, you'll see what kind of people they were, how wonderful they were, how proud the family is of them. Good people. But I'm still a gorilla too. So I think I'm just gonna keep plugging along, keep moving forward, and keep enjoying life. And that was another thing about suicide, is I have a good support base, and I also have things that I do that make me happy, and I got to keep doing those things. And one of them is hiking. Next one is going to see live bands with my girlfriend. I love taking her out. We love to go see live bands. And third thing is exercise, like the hiking, exercise. And the fourth thing is maybe I need to start writing, because I wrote a book called Cucumbers the Rabbit. I'm the author of that children's novel, which actually is pretty damn good. There are times I pick that book up and I'll read it and I'll go, damn, where did I come up with these ideas? But when you have a daughter and you're writing a book for a daughter, that's what happens. You love that kid so much, you want to give them the best stories that you can give them. And I actually wrote that book while I was driving the semi-truck, and the ideas would pop into my head while I was on the road, and I remember, I would have to pull over, and I had a notebook, and I'd quick jot down like a one-word idea, and then later on I would write the ideas out, from the one word, so I wouldn't forget those ideas, and then get them on the processor when I type them out. But so anyhow, I hope y'all. I mean, this is getting long, 16-minute ramble here, but I needed to rest my legs for a sec anyway, so I'm gonna hit it right now. But I thought I'd check in with all of you, and I hope all of you have a good support base, because that is the key to recovery. That is the big time key right now, and I'm learning all this as I go. And I'm gonna keep checking in with all of you and letting you know how things are going with me. So that's it. I hope you all have a great weekend, and I hope you're all getting out to enjoy this beautiful weather. At least it's beautiful here by Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So hey everybody, love y'all. I'm glad to be alive, and Wisconsin hugs.